Kate, big 2 weeks. Are you looking forward to having a day off maybe?
Yeah, it has been a big 2 weeks, but again, like this is our job and I love doing it, and so it's all part of it.
Yeah, it was obviously a rough 2 weeks for the Ferns, but how good was it to come back into the Phoenix environment though yesterday and sort of see some team action happen for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, obviously the past 2 weeks have been pretty tough for the Ferns girls and in and around that environment, but it's nice to be back, see different faces and play a little bit different style of football, and so yeah, I was happy to be back and in here and playing in front of Auckland back where we were last week.
Different position for you this afternoon. Yeah, when did sort of Nat say that was going to be on the cards for you today?
Yeah, so we got home and we went straight to training, and so I kind of just got shoved into the midfield as soon as I got back, but I knew if Betty wasn't playing then that's where I'd go, and I was happy to play whatever role I could.
Is it a position you've played before sort of growing up at all?
Yeah, I think back when I was younger you kind of just go where you want, and I kind of do that in centre back as well. I like to drive forward and take people on, and so I think that's really helped me and it made it a little bit easier.
How did you feel you went out there today?
Yeah, I think it's hard. Obviously I'll go watch it back and I'll probably see a lot of things that I didn't see when I was on the field, but yeah, I think obviously 1-0 was a hard scoreline, and I think it's off a corner, and so it's definitely something we can fix, but yeah, I think we knew that we did good, but we can do a lot better.
I guess frustration at the way the goal came so early in the second half and from a set piece.
Yeah, we said like big 5, we need to sort this out, we can't like concede in the next 5 minutes, and then we did, and so that's a bit frustrating, but I think that's something that we'll continue to work on throughout.
Do you take heart at all though from the fact that it was against Sydney, who are one of the front runners? It's only 1-0. When you look at when you played them last year, it was 5-0 at half time in one of the games, 3-0 in the other. Yeah,
definitely, and that's what Nat said in our end of game speech, but I think 1-0 is a really good score against anyone in the league. They're doing really well, but again it's an annoying score that we don't want to have to face again.
Obviously it was the second time you popped up in midfield out here in a couple of days. What was the sort of messaging around you getting a run there at the end of Thursday's game?
Well, I got told by the physio that I was going in, and then I didn't actually go in there to begin with, so I was a bit shocked and a bit flustered, but I think the message was just do what I can, you know, hit some passes that I want to hit, that I can do in centre back as well, and so just be comfortable and get on the ball, which was a little bit hard in that first game, but I think I was able to do a bit more today.
Is it something that you have discussed with Yitka, that that's a position you could be looked at, especially in that national team front?
Yeah, I think we've had a conversation about it. It's never happened until last week, but yeah, I think they're always looking for second positions and just to be ready wherever you need to go.
Is it something you're sort of excited about as a potential second position?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of fun. You have a bit more freedom and you come up against really class midfielders like Sydney had today, and even against Argentina, so I think it's a bit of fun and it's really cool to play with different people, even in the midfield in our own team.
Yeah, obviously just looking at the last fortnight as a whole, you got your first Fern start last Friday. Yeah, what was that like just as an experience for you?
Yeah, it was really awesome to be able to do that at home, and obviously it didn't go the way that I'd wanted. Giving away a penalty isn't something you want to do on your starting debut, but I think that's a really good learning curve for me, and obviously playing next to the likes of Ali Riley and CJ Bott, you learn a lot within the game, and so that's what I have to take from that, but it was really exciting and I'm very grateful for that opportunity.
I guess it was also your first chance to be back in the Ferns since what? Since June?
November.
November?
Yeah.
Are you with her in November?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you injured in the first game. That's right. But I guess given the frustration you've had with your injury, the fantasy season, was it good to be in the national team camp and I guess starting to string some regular games together? Yeah,
I think it was awesome to be back, and you just love that different style of football that Yitka wants us to play, and even though it didn't go away, it's nice to see those girls and come together again when they're playing in really good leagues across the whole world.
Lastly, next weekend you've got back to Sky Stadium. I think you've got 3 games left there. You're playing Brisbane, who you got a draw against last time. In terms of trying to push to get off the bottom of the ladder, how big is next weekend? Yeah,
really big, and even the rest of the season as well. That's going to be a big one. It started here today when we kept Sydney to 1-0. I think that's really exciting, and obviously it didn't go away, but next week we're going to push, and we're back home in front of our home fans, and so it'll be really exciting.
Cool.